my little party animals. Hiphiprenee here today with a brand new speed build for you, and by speed build I mean speed furnish, because I did not actually build this house, which is fantastic because I really didn't feel like building this week. So this worked out so perfectly, just so perfectly. So I was scrolling through Twitter one day, I think it was Wednesday that this happened. So I'm scrolling through Twitter and I saw this absolutely gorgeous EcoLifestyle build, and I was like, oh my god, I love the way this looks. This is so perfect. And then I read the caption that went along with the most beautiful EcoLifestyle build I have seen to date, and it was basically SimsNParadise had built this beautiful house and did not furnish the interior. So he was asking if there was someone available that wanted to completely do the layout and the furnishing and all that fun stuff for a YouTube video. And I was like, holy crap, I already love this build. I want to do this. So within literally 2 seconds of seeing the tweet, I was DMing SimsNParadise and I was like, hey, I want to finish this build for you. I absolutely love it. It is so beautiful. It looks like it would be so much fun to work on. Please let me do this. And thankfully, since I have the fastest tweeting fingers in the West, I was the first one. So I am the lucky duck who gets to furnish this build. So basically, SimsNParadise had built this shell, spent absolute ages trying to get all of this wood paneling looking just amazing, which I have to say, it is beautifully done. It looks so cool. This is it's a really visually interesting house, and that's really what drew me to it. So I was really excited to work on this. But one of the things he did say was, I didn't place down really any of the windows, so go to town, add in windows. I would suggest placing them in these spots, but do whatever it is you need to do. So that's what I did. I went around, I added in a few windows. Most of them are just the flat, very large windows sitting right behind those wood panels, which I think looks absolutely perfect, because even though I did include a lot of curtains on the interior of this build, you technically don't really need them because of all that wood paneling. It kind of almost acts like its own little kind of curtain situation. So, it's not super easy to just see directly into the house, which is obviously very weird. You don't want that in your house. You don't want people to be able to walk by and just look into your house and see everything you have going on. So that's what I did. I added in quite a few windows in here. Not nearly as many as I was expecting to. I almost kind of expected myself to just completely go nuts with the windows in this build. And I don't know, the second I got into it, I was like, you know what, actually, I really like the idea of having just some bare walls to work with, especially over in this area. So this area where I put the wood paneling down, because of course I did also do the interior layout and I picked out all of the colors for the build, which I tried to bring the exterior of the build as much to the interior as possible. We do kind of lighten up as far as the color palette is concerned once we start moving into the living room and the bedrooms upstairs, but I did keep this kitchen and kind of the bathroom areas a little bit on the darker side, and I really like how these turned out. But I really also liked the idea of not having to worry about windows in the kitchen, because I feel like windows in the kitchen, obviously I love windows in the kitchen. You want to have a lot of natural light in there, but at the same time, sometimes when you're placing windows, even with the free move and everything like that, but certain types of windows, specifically the windows that I think would look good with this build, I don't like having the windows go down beneath the cabinets or behind the cabinets. I don't know, just from an exterior standpoint, that seems really strange that you would be looking into the window and see the back of a cabinet. I don't really like that. So with this, knowing that I was using floor to ceiling windows for most of the area, I didn't really want to be sticking those in the kitchen where the countertops would be backing up to them. So that was my thought process with that. I did this kind of weird stair thing where there's like kind of a column that the stairs wrap around. I saw someone do this on Reddit the other day and it looked super cool. So I was like, okay, I want to try some stairs like that. And there was just like the perfect little area in the back where I could really kind of get those stairs to just nestle in there really nicely. So I tried that. I ended up kind of liking how it looked. I wasn't super sold on it, but I think it does work for this build. It's not exactly what I was originally intending, but it still came out looking pretty good, so I'm not mad at it. Now, I did kind of back up and go and do the exterior patio before I moved on to the living space. I also was given free reign of the outside, but I didn't really do anything outside. I don't know. I kind of liked having just some open space out there. It just, sometimes you go in and you work on these backyards in The Sims and you look at it and you're like, nobody's backyard actually looks like that. Like if you go out into my backyard, I have nothing out there. There's a shed that was here when we bought the house. There is a little fire pit and that's basically it. Like I don't have kids, so I don't have like kids' toys or a swing set or playground stuff or anything like that. And it's not like we have, big outdoor parties. We don't have a pool. So I kind of liked the idea of just like, this kind of minimalistic, nothing really needs to be done here kind of backyard. So I did leave it. It wasn't out of laziness. It was because I actually genuinely enjoyed just having the open space here. There are a lot of open spaces in this house. So part of this house, specifically the front door, is on a diagonal, which you guys know if you've watched my channel for any length of time, diagonal is my kryptonite. SimsNParadise, I know obviously you did not intend for this to be a build specifically that I did, so you didn't know that diagonals are my kryptonite, but I still wanted to work on this house, and I actually really enjoyed the negative space that I got in this house. So you walk into this front door, and you can walk to the right over to the kitchen kind of dining area, or you can walk to the left, which is this living room / office / creative space. It's kind of like a really big multi-purpose open sort of downstairs, but there's just this nice big area right in front of the front door. And now I did make this a 2-bedroom house with one of the bedrooms being for a child and a toddler. So I'm just kind of thinking back to my childhood where I was the type of kid that would like go around and just do cartwheels everywhere. That was just who I was. And in my parents' house, they don't have a ton of furniture. Like they didn't even have a coffee table in their living room, and it's not because they, couldn't buy one or anything like that. They just don't have extra stuff in their house. So I always had these big empty spaces and I could do these cartwheels or somersaults or, play all sorts of dress up games and have plenty of space. So I really liked that idea for this house because I did know that I was intending on doing a child's bedroom. Now, I definitely could have fit in more than 2 bedrooms for sure. There is plenty of space in this house. It is on I think it's a 30 by 20 lot or a 40 by 20. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head. But I mean, it's a fairly decent sized house, but I don't know. I just really liked the idea of these big open rooms and kind of, big, almost empty negative spaces. So I wanted to stick with the 2 bedrooms. I didn't want to end up with, 16 teeny tiny bedrooms. I'd rather have 2 fairly large bedrooms. So upstairs, we have a second family area that does also have a TV. There's some kids things in there like the new drawing table from EcoLifestyle, things like that. And then there are 2 bathrooms upstairs. One of the bathrooms has a closet in it just because I had that weird space around the stairs and I wanted to do something with it. I don't like leaving, structurally unimportant places just, kind of as is. So I try not to use those too much. So I did end up putting a closet in there, and there is a bathroom that anybody in the house can access. And then, of course, the master bedroom also has its own bathroom. And the master bathroom, I think I have to say, is one of my favorite bathrooms I have ever done to date. I don't know what it is about this particular bathroom, but I just really like the way it turned out. So I was really happy with how that came out. And I was really happy with how this master bedroom came out. These EcoLifestyle items, guys, like, builders' best dreams right here. Like, all of these items have such good colorways, and you can just do so much with them. Like, they look like they could be upcycled, or they look like they could be like these super crazy high-end things. It really depends on kind of how you decorate the space around them. And I am so happy building with this pack. I am so thankful that SimsNParadise allowed me to finish this house for him. I really hope that you like the way it turned out. It is up in the gallery, so I definitely think that you should head over and download it, take a look at it, or if you want to take a stab at building this house, you can actually download it from SimsNParadise's gallery. If you just search for hashtag hiphiprenee or hiphiprenee collab, you should be able to find it fairly easily. I do appreciate you guys being here as always. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below. If you're new here or you're not new here, but you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell so you get notifications every single time I post a new video. I will be back with you guys either Thursday or Friday, depending on my timeline this week, with a brand new brief history. It is a secret, and by it is a secret, I mean I haven't planned it yet. So that's what's going on this week. I will see you guys then. Thank you again for joining me. Have a wonderful day.